Hello everyone. I wanted to take this time to talk about the flaws of the tract housing, particularly these cookie cutter homes that we have here today. First of all, you can't even tell what architectural style these homes really are. We don't know if it's federal, Georgian, perhaps it is something from the Victorian era. Is it craftsman, Tudor? We don't know what these really are. So let's go with these homes. Let's start with this one. So you can see here that a lot of times people think that putting a lot of details and a lot of decor is somehow going to make things better. But in a lot of cases, a lot of these more present McMansion homes, that larger and more isn't always better. You can see the obvious problem with this is that the garage doors are eating up the frontage part of the home a lot. Now, the older homes and some of the homes in this tract don't have that. They face the other direction, they're detached, or they don't have a garage. More importantly, one of the obvious other things is that there's just too many gables. Look at this. You have 4 gables right here. None of these gables are really alike. And this really complicates the design. In other words, if you only had 1 gable or 2, those fewer ones can actually get more and more emphasis. Now, you could see here that there's a variety of different sizes and decor of windows, not to mention there's differences of window grid. You can see a cross grid, like something you find in a Tudor style home. And then you see here you have the windows that differ from other parts of the home. You have an arched window, and then you have many other different pair windows. You can see on this one you have a bay window and a porch. You have all these different types and sizes. They think that somehow more is better. And there's a lot of emphasis on quantity, not just the square footage, rather than quality. Let's look at another issue. You could see here on top of the gabled wall, with the exception of the one on top of the garage, you basically hardly see any decor. No rose window, no compact window. You just basically see lots and lots of siding. You can also see how, not to mention that the shutters, they put a lot of shutters, but it makes better sense if they don't actually put any shutters, because usually the shutters are supposed to match the sizes of the window, but they don't, sadly. So it was better if they didn't put them at all. In addition, the fact that you see, not to mention just the materials in general are not in good quality. You can see how this home right here, that you've got a central door, you've got the fan light, side light, and those things really stand out pretty well. But then again, you have all this extra space on top. You have this arch. It's not like the arch is getting a lot of attraction. There's no molding on the arch. You look at the columns. The columns look decent. They have a lot of moldings. But then again, you can also argue that, well, there is no columns on the side of the porch. So it makes sense that you could put a pilaster, a half column, to make it really, really stand out. Look at the roof. They use some kind of asphalt composition material. I think if they could use shingle, slate, perhaps metal roof, that would have been better and a lot more durable. So you could see here, these are one of the flaws of the more typical, more recent, newer ones that we have in many of the tract homes that we have today. I mean, just look at this. They're just really mix and match materials. Look at this. One part of the home, which is one unit, the 2-story whole part of it has brick. Then you have another type of siding. Then you have another type of siding. It's just really, really complicated. And of course, quite often you don't see even brick on the other sides of the home. Not to mention, you could see here you have the bay windows. You have all these different complicating mix and match materials. And this just to show you if they can make basically the other parts of the exterior of the home match up rather than bringing a variety of difference of designs, it could really, really stand out better. Now, in my other videos, I'm going to be showing you more of the older homes, and I'm going to be showing you how they are doing much better. Or I'll show you basically more photos in the previous or in the future videos as we go on with this channel. So what do you guys think about this? Do you really think that the newer homes have lots and lots of flaws? And by the way, I haven't gotten into the quality of the construction. I haven't really gotten into the floor plans. I haven't talked about the urban planning. By the way, in case if you want to know where we are, we're actually in the neighborhood of, I believe, Evans, Georgia, on the other side of the Savannah River, which the other side actually is South Carolina. So what do you guys think? We've talked about the urban planning. It's very car dependent. Stay tuned. Please share. Have more updates to come.